It may be the last match of the competition, but there's a great deal happening here because South Africa, as you've heard already, have fielded a very strong team indeed. And the USA, well, they're hoping to end this campaign with at least a chance of a victory. They've beaten 3 times, and this is the 3rd time running they're in danger of not having won a game in Rugby World Cup. Huge turnout of South African supporters, in particular here. They've been keeping the squares and the bars busy all day today in Montpellier. USA bruised and battered, it must be said. They've had a very hard physical time of it in this competition. Many of them amateurs, of course. And Fafita Mawunga, you might have seen, was carried off and then put in a neck brace in a game against Samoa. Will need an operation when he returns home and will never play again. So it's a tough time. The South Africans, well, we know what happened against Tonga. They struggled for much of that game to get any parity with the Tongans. 5-point win in the end was the narrowest victory of all they've had in Rugby World Cup. So these boys are certainly out to prove something tonight, I think, Murray.
There's no doubt about that. They will be eyeing very carefully this game. They'll want to keep shape, they'll want to get a bit of rhythm, and they want to have a lot of continuity and good combinations because they want the World Cup, don't they? That's their challenge, that's their goal.
So before we get underway, waits the playing of the 2 national anthems, the new combined South African anthem, of course, and the Star-Spangled Banner of the USA. very colourful scene indeed. Peter Thorburn, we saw there, the New Zealander who's been coaching in the United States, will be going back to, as he says, tend his tomatoes at 67 years of age. Here's details then of the strong South African lineup, almost a full-strength team. Akonenu Degani on the right wing gets some match time under his belt, while Albert van der Berg steps in for his 50th cap to give Bakkies Botha a rest. Skalkberger, of course, returns after suspension in an unaccustomed number 8 jersey. 12 members of the USA side line up for their 4th game in this competition. But number 8, Dan Payne, makes his World Cup debut, winning just his 2nd cap at 35 years of age. In contrast, among the subs you'll see later, they have a 19-year-old poised to become the youngest ever in World Cup history. So there's progress being made. Tony Spreadbury, from England, of course, who got us underway. The match between Argentina and France 3 weeks ago is here to complete the pool stages. It's South Africa then who get this game underway, determined to get their action really flowing in this game today in time for the quarter-final against Fiji, which of course will be in Marseille next Sunday. Brian Habana, this exciting winger for South Africa, immediately in the action. Berger, powerful ball carrier, a Springbok like his dad, of course. Here's an early chance then for the new man on the right wing, Degani. Couldn't quite make it, but this is an impressive start from South Africa. And they will certainly look to nail the USA in this position. Good strength and shown there, maintaining the possession. Fourie du Preez, this superb scrum half, has a look to see what's on outside him. Should go dead.
Well, Bob, you said it was a great start by South Africa, and it has been. I mean, the key to any kick-off is to regain possession and attack inside the quarter. That's exactly what South Africa have done. In fact, I was pretty surprised to see that ball kicked there. In effect, they kicked it away. The United States, well, difficult assignment, isn't it? Difficult challenge.
Absolutely.
But they have to get their hands on the ball. In fact, I was talking to Peter Thorburn about that, and that's what they want to do. They want to hold on to possession as much as possible in this game.
They performed pretty. 3 of their 5 smallest defeats have come this time. 18 points in the end against England, but they did well. 10 points against Tonga on this ground, and then just 4 points against Samoa. So they're making progress, definitely.
Well, I think they do. I think you do, and this is what this World Cup's all about. Rapid progress for teams like this that have actually got the basic fundamentals. I mean, meaning physique, athleticism, and they've got that.
Todd Clever spent a lot of his career playing rugby in New Zealand, now back in California. He's a good operator.
Well, he's technically good too. He's studied the open side flanker role. He's a big boy for an open side.
Yes.
Did a stint at the academy actually to learn his trade, and then he played on in New Zealand to develop it. He's the guy that belongs here, you'll see there.
Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
Big test then of the scrum for the USA. Berger picks it up, operating and releasing Degani. Looking to try and then keep it alive. Take up and go again. du Preez waits.
Advantage over.
Ball just goes loose. Still the chance to set it up here. Interception though.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if he got away, he would have been dangerous.
Yeah, scored a scintillating try. His first in international rugby. Ruenia against Samoa. He's a great talent. He's really quick in Mike Kirkis's team on the right wing.
And the crowd indicate their intentions here. They are supporting the US of A. The first time they recovered possession, and it was a good clearance too. First look at that, see? Pulled it in and then cleared, and now they're inside South African territory for the first time.
John Smith captaining South Africa for the 45th time with the throw to John Smith at the back of the lineouts.
Very interesting to see if they do try and drive South Africa. They're trying here, if they continue to do so.
That's fine, that's fine.
Because it is so
good
important.
position, isn't it?
Well, they've got a bit of go forward now, and that's what they want. South Africa's a team that also likes to run onto the ball.
De Vries in the end puts the kick. Habana on the left wing is after it. Good catch. Chris Wiles, one of those 12 players playing their third successive game, lined up for Northampton, of course, last season.
Yes, well, I guess that's been something that's very obvious in this World Cup. You've got to be playing professional rugby, really.
Loose kick. Percy Montgomery. It was Scott Berger, in fact, forgive me. Now the ball's coming up wide again. Everything's coming. Ndugana's way for the moment. James, half break. Ball goes loose. Excellent play. Mike Mangan restored to the side. Played a couple of games for number 5 now. Montgomery with the long pass then. Good tackling. Jamboree was taken down, but again South Africa retaining possession.
Yeah, they did well to do that too there. It looked like it was going to be American ball.
Charge down. Chance for the USA. In the end, South Africa just managed to scramble it clear, and Habana counter-attacking before he's absolutely clobbered. Well, that was bright from the USA.
Well, clever actually. It was an interesting decision, wasn't it? So many would have just tried to tow that over the goal line, and what he wanted to do was pick the ball up, control the try, and he actually didn't secure it. So, two minds, I would say. I think he actually did the right thing had he controlled it, stood up because he had a supporting player.
Tony Spreadbury had been waiting for the advantage to the USA before awarding the penalty. Now then, look at this.
Well, good on them. Good on them, Bob. They're having a go, aren't they?
Aren't they just
They're
wonderful?
saying, well, let's back our line out here. We're on attack. We haven't been on attack since this game started. Let's back our line out. Let's have a go at these South Africans.
That was the kick charge done, and here was clever. Good work from the flanker. USA into the line out towards Mangan. Ball goes to ground.
They've got it. It's dead still, though.
There's Dan Payne wearing 8 there, just waiting to get his hands on the ball.
That's an interesting way of going forward.
South Africa screaming for a penalty.
Well, because the man on his feet has all the rights, and that's Van Heerden. You can see him, the number 6, perched over the top. It was good play, actually. The Americans were on the ground. And you can't continue to play when you're on your knees.
So a chance for some relief then for Percy Montgomery.
Well, it's hard to believe that the team that's come closest to scoring in the first 7 minutes is the USA.
He's a great sight, Berger, at full flight, isn't he?
Oh, he's wonderful. I find it very interesting that he's been selected at number 8.
So South Africa successfully getting the possession in the first instance from the line-out. And looking to use their superior technique to get it going. Van Heerden again involved. This time Osentowski, the prop, transgressing.
Yes, you don't move your best player into a new position lightly. You think about it, don't you? You have to. Now, obviously, Juan Smith is an outstanding footballer, and I think he wants to get 2 players attacking Jake White together. Eddie Jones may well have had something to do with that too, I would say.
I think he's looking for some options, if necessary, in that number 8 position. Obviously, with the injury to Rousseau, he's got problems in that area.
Yes, and Spieth, of course, didn't come because he was injured before,
yes.
But I've always thought Berger would be an outstanding world-class number 8.
Victor Matfield, good stuff off the top ball. Immediately crashing in goes Stein, and his quick second phase possession here for South Africa. This is terrific. Now then, can they finish it off? It's coming right once more. Good tackling, good support though. Berger! Tony Spreadbury is convinced enough, without reference, upstairs this time, that the try had been awarded. Scott Berger, 9 minutes back in action after his suspension with that try.
Yes, an outstanding try for a number 8, and that's why he's